Hello everyone, today I will guide you on how to paint the sky at sunrise using acrylics on canvas, suitable for beginners. I will demonstrate 3 common and simple sunrise styles for you to easily follow along. First, I will use a filbert brush and a bit of yellow paint for the base coat of the sky. Next, I add a bit of orange paint to the yellow base coat and blend these 2 colors together naturally. The next step is to use a mix of white and rose for the sunrise sky. Next, I use a mix of white and blue for the upper layer of the sky. Add a bit more blue to the sky and start blending from the top downwards to seamlessly merge the layers and prevent harsh color separation. Next, add a few small clouds with orange hues in the right corner of the sky. Add a few more clouds in the right corner using a mix of orange and yellow. I use a mix of white, rose, and a bit of blue for the shadow of clouds during sunrise. Now I mix white with orange to paint some clouds high up in the sky. I add a touch of a mix of white and yellow to the bottom edge of these clouds, as they catch the sunlight from below, reflecting the light that's coming up from the horizon. Add a bit of white at the center of the sun to create the glowing effect. I also add a bit of a mix of white and yellow on the edges of the clouds near the sun. Next, I create shadows for the clouds higher up using a mix of white, blue, and rose. I've demonstrated a sunrise sky using colors like lemon yellow, deep yellow, orange, rose, blue, and white. Next, I will guide you on how to paint another sunrise sky using these same colors. Stay tuned for the next tutorial. First, I will still use a mix of white and yellow to paint the base coat of the sky. Next, I use a mix of white and orange. Add a bit of a mix of white and rose and blend it into the yellow of the sky. Next, I use a mix of white and blue for the upper part of the sky. For this sky, I mainly use light shades, so be careful not to use too much blue. I add a bit of white in the position of the sun. Next, I add clouds to this sunrise sky, mainly using white and a bit of orange. In the final part of today's lesson, I will guide you on how to paint a sunrise sky with the sun rising, casting bright rays of light onto the clouds and the sea. First, I will use yellow for the initial base coat. Next, I'll use a mix of white and orange for the next layer of the base coat. I add a bit of rose color to the upper part of the sky. Now I use lemon yellow to paint the sunrise sun. Next, I add a bit of white. Just like the first sky I painted at the beginning of the video. I also add some clouds using a mix of yellow and orange. I use a mix of rose, orange, white, and a bit of blue for the shadows of the clouds on both sides of the sun. The next step is to add highlights to the clouds using a mix of white and orange. Now, add highlights to these clouds using a mix of white and lemon yellow on the edges of the clouds near the sun. Next, focus on describing the sunbeams radiating through the clouds from the center of the sun. Use a liner brush to paint these details. So I have completed the tutorial on how to paint a sunrise sky for beginners. In the next part, I will guide you on painting a sunset sky. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everyone.